We've been looking for crosses all over the city, and we found quite a few. Can you guess where we found them?
Brighton Pavilion.
Brighton Pier. Churchill Square.
The clock tower. We also found them on churches, in lettering, on the pharmacy, and in the garden. Why don't you look out for crosses in your area? See how many you can find.
Hello and welcome to our Easter Assembly. I'm Lauren.
And I'm Helen.
And we are from the Brighton and Hove City Mission. It's good to be with you again.
Easter is a very special time for Christians, and one of the symbols of Easter is the cross. That's why we went looking for them in the city. Now, the cross was an ancient form of torture. The Romans used it to kill people. And over 2,000 years ago, a man called Jesus was killed on a cross. Why did he have to die? What happened? Why do we still remember it all these years later? Why do we even have Easter?
So let's investigate this story a bit further by hearing from some of the people that were actually there at the time. There were two women who had followed Jesus, and they were both called Mary. It was a very popular name at that time. And Jesus had changed their lives, both of them, but in different ways. Just a week earlier, Jesus had rode into Jerusalem and crowds were cheering and celebrating him. They thought he was going to get rid of the Romans, and they actually wanted him to be their king. But now, just a few days later, Jesus had been arrested, tried, and sentenced to death. He hadn't resisted being arrested, but had gone willingly. He hadn't said anything during his trial to defend himself or say that he was innocent. He had watched a criminal be released in his place.
The women were expecting this to be the time for Jesus' greatest miracle, saving himself, but he did nothing. No resistance, no miracle, no escape. The women followed, half in hope, half in despair. What was going to happen to Jesus?
A few hours later, it was all over. The women were in grief. Someone they cared so much about, someone who had done amazing things, was dead, and so were all their dreams. The women wept as Jesus' body was placed in the tomb. Oh, hello! Have you come to anoint Jesus' body too?
You're too late! We were planning to do that too, although how we were going to move that stone, I've no idea.
No, but it was already moved when we got there.
And yeah, so we could go inside and see the body and anoint it.
But it wasn't there.
Right?
These grave clothes, they were in there, folded together.
And we thought someone had come and moved the body.
Yeah, we were still so sad and really afraid. We thought the Romans had come to steal the body.
And we were just weeping outside the tomb. I mean, we couldn't believe all that had happened to Jesus. And even after he was dead, they were moving his body.
Yeah, but then we saw an angel.
Oh, it was amazing. This bright, dazzling character came and he spoke to us and he said, "Why are you looking for Jesus here? He's not dead, he's alive."
I mean, I can't take it in. Where could Jesus be? I mean, he was dead on Friday.
I know. And then the angel told us to go and tell the rest of you followers. We just didn't know what to make of it.
No, and then when we were on our way, we saw Jesus.
It was amazing. And he looked amazing, so bright and clean, and he was real.
Yeah, it wasn't a dream, it wasn't a vision. He was right there in front of us, and it was him, Jesus, not dead anymore, but alive.
We're going to go and tell the others, Jesus is risen, and he said he'd meet us in Galilee. What are you going to do?
So now we know why the cross is such an important symbol for Christians and for Easter, because Jesus died on a cross. But he didn't stay dead. Christians believe he rose again. He came back to life again, and lots of people saw him and talked with him for many days after he rose.
Yeah. But why did Jesus have to die at all? So Christians believe that we had been cut off from God because of our sin, which is all the bad things that we do. And we might try to be good, but it doesn't get us across the gap. Jesus, though, who had never sinned, was the only one that could come and cross the bridge so that we could be together with God again.
Now let's take a quiet moment to think. Which part of the story did you enjoy best? Do you have any questions about this story? Why do you think this story is important to Christians?
Now I'm going to pray. If you would like to pray with me, you can say Amen at the end, or you can just listen to the words. Dear God, thank you for Easter. Thank you for this amazing story of Jesus' death and resurrection. Whenever we see a cross, help us to remember the Easter story. Amen.
Amen. So don't forget to look for crosses on your way home today. What do you think of when you see a cross? Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.